We are not merely flesh and bone, nor are we slaves to desire. A Stoic understands that intimacy is not indulgence, it is discipline, it is presence, it is power restrained. The world will tell you to chase pleasure, but a true man seeks something greater, mastery over himself. And when he does, she feels it. She senses it in the way he touches, not just with his hands, but with his very being. There are 4 places she longs to be touched, not just physically, but in ways that awaken something deeper. And each one demands of you the virtues of a true Stoic. Number 1, her mind, the realm of reason. Marcus Aurelius says, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be." B1. A woman's mind is where intimacy truly begins. It is not conquered with empty words or fleeting charm, but with wisdom, curiosity, and an unshakable presence. She wants to be touched by thoughts that challenge her, by a mind sharpened through discipline, by a man who has mastered himself before he attempts to understand another. If you cannot govern your own thoughts, how will you ever inspire hers? Number 2. Her soul, the seat of virtue. Marcus Aurelius says, "Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them." True connection is not found in lust, but in purpose. A Stoic does not seek pleasure for its own sake, nor does he crumble under the weight of passion. He offers something rare: depth. A woman desires a man whose presence brings peace, whose character is unwavering, whose spirit is forged in the fires of adversity. To touch her soul, you must embody virtue, so that in your presence she feels safe enough to be vulnerable. Number 3. Her heart, the domain of trust. Seneca says, "If you wish to be loved, love. Love is not weakness, nor is it mere sentiment. It is the result of a disciplined heart, one that does not waver in the face of hardship, one that does not seek validation." A woman trusts a man who needs nothing, who loves not out of desperation, but because he chooses to. Touch her heart, not with grand gestures, but with consistency, with patience, with the quiet strength of a man who does not abandon himself or his principles. Number 4. Her body, the vessel of presence. Marcus Aurelius says, "Do what you will. Even if you tear yourself apart, most people will continue doing the same things." Physical touch is the final extension of a man's presence. If his mind is weak, his soul restless, and his heart undisciplined, his touch will carry nothing but need. But when he is steady, when his hands are guided by restraint rather than hunger, she feels something rare. Power held in check, desire tempered by self-control, a touch that is not a demand, but a gift. This is the intimacy she craves, the presence of a man who is whole within himself. A Stoic does not chase. He builds, he refines, he strengthens, and in doing so, he becomes a man whose presence is felt long before his hands ever make contact. Intimacy is not about taking, it is about giving, about presence, about being a force so steady, so grounded, that she cannot help but be drawn in. Touch not to possess, but to awaken. Lead not with desire, but with discipline. And when you master yourself, she will feel it in every touch.